Welcome, everybody, to Taste Different Gaming News. What's in the news today? Well, you're going to love this. Ubisoft argues putting microtransactions in a single-player game makes it more fun. Yay. All right.
Games having more fun just trying to pronounce it.
I pronounce it
Michael
just fine.
Jackson's?
Michael Jackson. They're putting Michael Jackson in every single-player game. So when you open a box,
more fun.
So all the boxes go, tee-hee. All right. Before we jump into it, all right. Before we jump into it, make sure you hit like, share, subscribe, notifications, all those good buttons that help keep you up to date with everything we like to talk about video games. All righty. In their latest quarterly report, Ubisoft spoke about their business strategy and how they try to engage players. In a section about the experience of their full-price premium titles, they claim that putting paid XP boosters and cosmetics in games like Assassin's Creed Shadows makes them more fun to play. Ubisoft was one of the first devs to put microtransactions in their single-player games. It's something they've been doing for years, offering the luxury of faster progress and unique cosmetics in exchange for real money. Ooh. And while cosmetics are fairly on brand for games to offer at this point, even if they've sold at $70 to $80, Boost for in-game progress gives players the options to skip through the otherwise essential grind. Play the game, when you just done. Ubisoft argues that this practice can improve the experience for players, allowing them to pay to make the game they've already paid easier to beat and progress through. For anyone who's played through a recent Assassin's Creed game like Odyssey, Valhalla, Shadows, you know that these games are long and they are a slog. The process of grinding through levels is essential, as being too low a level will bar you from assassinating targets in a single hit. Although, to be fair to Ubisoft, they fixed this in Shadows by giving players an option to enable one-shots, not backshots, one-shots. Regardless, grinding through levels across several areas is a key part of the experience, and while some players may enjoy going through the landscape, those who want to just get through the main story are in for about a 100-hour experience, depending on how fast they are able to progress. In Ubisoft's opinion, skipping the grind can be more fun for players, with them making paid XP boost a solution. They claim they figured out the adoption of monetization and engagement policies that respect the player's experience and are sustainable and long-term growth. Basically, money, 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 lazy ass. At Ubisoft, the golden rule when developing premium games is to allow players to enjoy the game in full without having to spend more. One monetization offer with premium games makes the player's experience more fun by allowing them to personalize their avatars or progress more quickly. However, this is always optional. So I have a few things I'd like to say about this. Before I go over to these gentlemen, just the fact that the way this whole thing speaks and lays out, it is purely to make that money. That's why they add 2,000 items. That's why they make a 100-hour game so long and tedious. So you will spend that money to just push through. It's dog shit. I haven't enjoyed an Assassin's Creed in so long. And it's for that reason. They're just filled with nothingness, and the stories have not been near as good as they used to be. So now I just got that out of the way. I'm going to jump to one of these gentlemen. I believe, Pat, you were the last one to finish an Assassin's Creed game.
I don't even know if that's true or not, because I've not even played the new Shadows. I don't know if any of us have. But
well, out of us three, you're probably the last one to actually finish Assassin's Creed.
I think so. Maybe. I mean, Nick will buy every game from Ubisoft eventually, but
when it goes on super secret sale, I mean, Ubisoft games usually go down to $1.50 at some point. So
I'm waiting at least 6 months of the launch.
I'm waiting for Shadows to get below $30, and then I'll probably.
Yeah, I am too. I have it on my wish list, but I'm waiting for it to get. It's gone on sale a few times. I'm like, nah, low enough.
Yeah, it's like 40 something this last time, 47.
It'll go lower.
Yeah.
It'll be like $1 or something eventually.
Wait for CD keys to get it or something.
Or Ubisoft will give it away.
Yeah,
please play it.
Yeah, I'm waiting for it to just be able to buy it with your Uplay points or something like that.
Or the point there's going to be a time where Ubisoft's going to pay us to play it.
Well, remember, Ubisoft said that this game is doing great. It's Rainbow Six Siege that's dragging everything down right now.
Them bastards over there at Rainbow Six Siege.
Well, they keep reiterating that game, and its current iteration, it is horrible. It is garbage right now. So.
Before we jump into that, Pat is correct. We jumped into it because we were talking about it one night on the evening news, and was like, you know what? Let's jump in, check it out. They ruined it. They really ruined it just for the.
Well, they just came out
experience.
after that,
and
they came out after that with Siege X,
and Siege X,
which we have not tried.
Horrible. Yeah. It's horrible trash.
Did you try it?
Yeah.
Oh.
It's garbage. It's not the same game anymore.
Mm-hmm.
So,
well, that's
I didn't mind them doing events and stuff every now and then and doing something different.
And some of them were good. The bio one or the alien one. That was kind of cool. Extraction one. Yeah, that was kind of cool. We enjoyed it. So, but anyways, back to topic. Pat, what do you think? Do you think by giving you a option to just, power up, put on the armored suit and just tear it through Egyptian cotton?
What's the point in buying the game then?
Exactly.
Right? Because none of the stuff in the game, like the collectibles, you have to do, right? I mean, I have probably a bit of OCD in that aspect. That
you have a lot of OCD.
I have a hard time with Ubisoft games because of that. It's like, I need 2 more of these items, and one of them's all the way in the upper corner of that map, and I've already been like hours ago, and I'm pissed off, but I still go up there and get it, right? So my OCD kind of kicks my ass in Ubisoft games a little bit. But like I said, their games have them as a company has gone downhill, and them being proud of putting microtransactions in a game and then making the stupid statement about premium games where you don't have to pay any additional money, except for you're creating a FOMO or I got to have that skin, and the only way I can get it is to pay you real money after I paid for the damn game for something that was already in the game. That is not living up to that statement at Ubisoft. The golden rule and develop a premium game is allow players to enjoy a game in full without having to spend more. Bullshit. You put something in there that I'm like, that's the coolest looking skin in the game. And you put that in as a pay for item or something like that, cosmetic. I'm like, that's the stupidest thing ever. So, Ubisoft kind of got their ass ripped into at the last shareholders meeting. And this stuff like this is the reason why, because they're so out of touch with everything. They're so out of touch. There's so many microtransactions, wanting to charge $80, $90 for a game. It's just beyond measurable, and now, they can no longer put the Tom Clancy name to any of their new games. They've sullied the name of their stuff in the studio so much that they're not using Tom Clancy name in any of their stuff anymore. So I don't know. Ubisoft almost feels like a lost cause these days. They used to be a great company making all kinds of cool shit and cool games. And I remember playing, I don't know, they played so many damn games. They made so many damn great games over the years. But it seems like when they started doing, what was it, Wildlands, the franchise just started to go downhill. It's like everything was the same game, just a different genre and rinse and repeat, right? So Wildlands was a cool concept, but it was just rinse and repeat. It was like track down the head honcho by killing off all his sub-lieutenants. Cool, did that. Go to the next area, do the same thing, rinse, repeat, and all that. We ended up having more fun in that type of game screwing off than we did actually playing the game, freaking C4 in the chopper and everybody gets in. Like, why'd you jump out? You'll see, or running the car, driving the cars all over the place and running them off the cliffs.
Up mountains, baby.
Yeah, just doing random junk instead of playing the game, right? But I have a hard time with their games anymore these days. I don't know, man. I'm looking forward to, they just did a Assassin's Creed Shadows, which I love the Ghost of Tsushima, which is what this is kind of trying to be a little bit with its own little story and own spin. Cool. But all the stuff with the game and the problems with the game and just the generic crap load of BS in the game, I decided not to buy it, and I have not bought it. I will wait till it goes on sale, and $30 is my mark for them because of it. But then them making stupid comments like this and things like that. And then it was Ubisoft, who just blamed Star Wars for the reason that Star Wars game didn't do well. I'm sorry, but Star Wars fans love Star Wars, and they'd have bought the shit out of a game that was halfway decent. Now, mind you, I played the last Outlaws game. It wasn't bad, but it didn't feel like a Star Wars game. It felt like Assassin's Creed with lightsabers and a blaster pistol. That's what it felt like. And I'm like, the problem with Ubisoft is they just put the same model in every damn game they make anymore. There is no difference. Okay, we got samurai and ninja over here. We've got blasters over here, sci-fi blasters over there. We got modern day guns and ammo over here, so it's just the same thing over and over and over with Ubisoft. They don't do anything new anymore. And every time you hear about them doing something new, they cancel it, right? So what do you do?
They don't, Patrick. They do new stuff, and then they cancel the studio and get rid of them.
If somebody makes something really, really good, then they close the studio, right? Like, I remember back in the day playing like. It seems like, what was it like back when they first started in the Far Cry series, and then all the Far Cry series started being the same. Like after Primal, everything's like this exact same shit over and over and over.
Yeah,
it's like no matter what game they make.
Assassin's Creed,
it
started really. I mean, their whole formula, the whole like
Animus and all that stuff.
No, not that, but I mean, like the whole like structure of how they make every game started with Assassin's Creed 2, right? And don't get me wrong, I love Assassin's Creed 2, but that really is what started that, because once Assassin's Creed 2 happened, everything that came out after it, Assassin's Creed or others, was just a complete copy paste of what they did with Assassin's Creed 2. It's like they hit gold with that and didn't know what to do after that besides copy and paste.
They fired everybody else that was making anything unique, and we're just like, take this formula, put it in everything we make from here on out. And then they wonder why their studio's in trouble. Well, they don't think they're like ostriches. They got the Gillot family or whatever's got their head in the fucking sand because they don't see their companies going in the shitter.
Didn't they just get like a big cash infusion from like Tencent or somebody was partnering?
Tencent's going to put them on. Tencent's going to take them over.
Oh yeah,
and then shut them down,
like they've done so many others,
right?
But Nick's right.
But they bought like
start with that formula
25% stake in Ubisoft, which means they just bought 25% of stock that's available. So it's not like, I mean, it is a cash infusion, but at the same time, it's we can bow out whenever we want, right? But so yeah, that's my take on it. Everything. Ubisoft is pretty much the old reliable these days, except for they keep trying new stuff. To put new stuff in video games that's not video game related, right? They try to put obviously they're doing microtransactions, they've been doing it for years, NFTs, and they're just trying to put everything, every way they can to think of in a video game to make money that has no relationship to video games. We're just like, hey, NFTs. Next thing you know, it's like, we're going to put crypto mining in your game. Who knows what the hell's next thing for Ubisoft? I mean, they just keep coming out with bad idea after bad idea after bad idea, and then just saying, well, it's not us, it's you. You, the gamer, are the reason this is failing. Just like them blaming Star Wars for Outlaws failing. And I'm like, no, you made a shitty Star Wars game. It's your fault.
Yeah, how dare Star Wars bring them down like that? I mean,
right.
How dare the most popular franchise in movie history?
It didn't for Respawn.
Them. Right?
True.
So,
well, Respawn's gone, isn't it?
No, they're still around.
Are they? I thought they got killed off too because they were making a Star Wars game, weren't they? And then
they made two of them. They made the what is that one called?
That's the Jedi kid.
Yeah, the Jedi guy. Yeah. They made two of those.
The Jedi Fallen Order one you're talking about?
Yeah. Now Titanfall 3, I think, got canceled, right? Because that was in development or something like that. We talked about at one point.
shut
I
down.
don't think so.
No, they're
I
still
may
around.
be wrong.
No,
I'm
they're
just
still
so
around.
used
That's
to
one of EA's
everybody being
biggest
shut
studios,
down.
right?
Yeah.
I mean, not to give EA any sort of pass there. They would definitely, no matter who they are, they would definitely shut
Yeah,
it
because
down.
supposedly they're working on another Star Wars Jedi Survivor game, and then a Star Wars Zero company. So,
Zero company.
Yeah,
Yeah,
supposed
that
to
would
be
upset me.
sometime next year.
It'd
Yeah.
be nice for EA to let that. Who was it? Who was that company that made that Star Wars space? It was an
Rogue
EA
Squadron.
company.
The Rogue Squadron?
Well, it wasn't Rogue Squadron, but
You're talking about the old
that
MMO?
no,
Right.
that space one that came out that they didn't make any DLC for or anything. It was just complete package that came out because they said they weren't going to make any DLC or any add-ons for it. And it was like that space one.
Yeah, it was
It was like a cheap, like $30 space.
yeah,
Star
it was
Wars
just
game.
like it was scenarios, like one
Yeah.
side versus the other. Yeah.
Right. And that game was a lot of fun. I mean, I
It was
wish they
just-
would have added more.
Yeah, there wasn't.
That was
much
like one of
to
those
it.
games where I wish there was more that they would have added. But
it was Squadrons. It was Squadrons. Shane was partially there.
it was
not
Squadron.
Rogue
It wasn't Rogue Squadron. It was just
Squadron.
Squadrons.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Shane was there.
Was that Creation or
They weren't
Creation?
rogue.
Whatever.
Okay, they weren't rogue.
They weren't Rogue.
They weren't.
It was.
They were on the job.
Who was that? It was Motive.
They were employed.
Motive did it.
Motive. Yeah.
Yes, Motive.
So I don't know what Motive got shut down, right?
Is Motive shut down?
I don't know.
Maybe.
Maybe they weren't
I
motivated.
don't know. We're getting sidetracked here, but while Patrick looks that up, I'll give my 2 cents.
Yeah.
I mean, Ubisoft has an easier way of making. I mean, there's an easier way of making games if you want to make them to where where players don't have to grind it out, as they put it. It's called put the game on easy or story mode, right? And the reason why that exists is so that way people can play the game without having to go through the grind, right? If they want to, a lot of games use this where they have story mode, and that's that when you put it on story mode, it tells you like this is just to enjoy the story, right? There's hardly any challenge, right? It's going to be pretty much easy, but you can go through the story and flow through it. So there are people out there that do want that, and that's understandable, and they can easily do that by giving a story mode option to them. But for Ubisoft, it's not that. It's like, oh, well, let's give you, it's like basically back in the day of cheat codes, except for now you have to pay for each cheat code.
Yep.
Right.
Or just play it on PC and put a mod in it.
Yeah. Or put a mod on it. But it's like that's the whole reason why I understand there's people like that out there, and there are people that are going to buy this stuff. But it's like, for me, that's the reason why I buy a game. Like I buy a game for the grind, right? That's the whole reason. If I want to just witness the story and not really play it, then I'll just watch somebody else play the game, right? Then I can, or maybe find someone that does like a story rehash online or something like that, and then I can watch them do like a whole story rehash. Those are on YouTube. Go look for them. You can find a story rehash for just about any game out there. They'll tell you about the story and all that stuff, the lore and everything. There's somebody out there who's made a video about it. So if you really want to know that stuff, and that's the only reason why you're interested in this game, there's plenty of people out there that are playing it or have something like that out there. If you're buying a game to play it, then you're wanting to play it. Now, again, Assassin's Creed, I agree with you guys. It does take way too much time investment because they just throw a bunch of useless crap all throughout the game in every game they make. And that's what makes them a slog to go through.
Yep.
Right. And not very fun. And it's not necessarily that you're just trying to get through the fun factor starts to go away because of the same formula they've created, which is like for them on their games. And I'm sure you guys feel the same way. For me, it's like when I play in a Ubisoft game, I feel like I have a checklist up next to me and I'm just checking boxes.
Yep.
Right. I don't feel like I'm actually progressing anything. I'm like, oh, I need to mop the floors. Now I need to sweep the floors, and then I need to wipe off the counters. And then, it's like, that's pretty much just that, like a at home, a set of chores that you need to do. And that's what it feels like. It doesn't feel like exploration. Like I'm just going out and doing things and oh, I'm doing this and that. Mm-hmm. And oh, I want to do this or that. It's like, it's a big checklist, right? Like something like, Elden Ring, games like that, or very similar to that, that do open world really good. Allow you to just experience the open world. That's the fun thing about open world, is not having to have a bunch of check marks and things all over the map saying you can go here to do these various things. It's exploring the world and finding stuff on your own. That's what makes it fun. That's why, like, when Elden Ring, I mean, that's one of the reasons why Elden Ring was so popular, other than, you know, the Dark Souls series have always been popular. But this is where it really blew up for people, is because it brought back that sense of exploration, right? Elden Ring didn't tell you shit. It just said, you go that way. And that was it, right? And it was like, but you don't have to. You know, and it's like, okay, well, I'm going to go this way then. The game's like, all right, go that way. And then you just find all this cool stuff. You're like, well, I didn't know that was there. And then you talk to your friends. You're like, hey, did you find this cave? And you're like, no, I didn't. Where's that at? And, you know, and, oh, I found this cool sword and whatever. You know, that's how it was with Elden Ring. And when you got online, you would see other stuff that people found that you didn't even know, like years later, shit that you still didn't know was there. A Ubisoft game, one weekend, you'll know exactly 100% of everything that's included in that game.
So,
right. And so
I just looked it up. Assassin's Creed Shadow has 16 different collectibles.
And there's 200 of each kind.
I don't know. There's legendary chests, music, temple lost pages, Jizo statues, shrines, valuable objects, Gammon crests, Sumi paintings. The list goes on and on here. And I'm like, whatever. But and they're just so you noted, motive is still going. They're actually working on Battlefield 6 along with DICE and Criterion.
Good.
They're doing the single player campaign and some multiplayer maps, but they're also working
they just showed off the single player campaign. I didn't really watch that because I'm not really interested in that.
And they're also working on Iron Man game to be announced. Iron Man game.
Yeah.
Was that the VR Iron Man? Or no, that already came out.
That launched with PlayStation VR 1. I think.
Oh, was it that old? Man,
I'm
way behind on my VR games.
This one's a to be announced game. There's not even a release date or any additional information.
Yeah, I think
it's rumored.
I know as a side note, but I think on the 30th of July, which might be when this video comes out, I don't know, the multiplayer of Battlefield 6 is supposed to be shown off.
And the open beta, right? Starts August 4th. I don't know.
Well, I didn't know.
I think there's an open beta like first part of August. So I'm primed. The biggest,
more the same.
If Ubisoft really, I mean, you guys have nailed everything on the head. The problem with giant world maps with 16 various 1,000 bullshit you got to find is you lose control of the story. When you lose control, when you lose your path of what you're doing, and you're just, you're out exploring for 7 days straight, and you try to come back to the story. Where was I? Then you get tired, and you're just like, I don't even know what the hell I was doing. And then you give up. I've done that countless times. And that's just because I don't have patience. I can't do that. One of the best open world games with exploration for, that's not Elden Ring, is Ghost of Tsushima. I love the open world of it. I love the non-plethora of side things you can do and the side missions you can do and the things you can find. There wasn't an overabundance, and it never felt like it took you away from the story. Ubisoft, I couldn't tell you what Valhalla was after the first 4 hours. No goddamn clue, because as soon as the world exploded and there was shining crap all over the map, I pretty well lost control of the story.
Well, yeah. Just so you know, Ghost of Tsushima had way more collectibles in it than...
Really?
Yeah.
That don't even seem right. And that's must be how well they did with it. The way they structured the side stuff and the collectibles. I did
there's
so
21 much on their list. There's 21 collectibles or things that you have to do.
Yeah. Now that's 21, but how many individually per is that? Is it like there's 7 books on the map, or is there 7,000?
The list doesn't break down that far. There are some that I think are just same thing with Ubisoft. There are some that you just run into, but this one had a lot of like find the animal sanctuaries, the duels, those counted as collectibles because they were optional. But yeah, so
but
I mean, Ghost of Tsushima was fun. The gameplay was fun in that one. I feel that Ubisoft's Assassin's Creed, all their gameplay loop is the same, because after you get through the first half hour to an hour long of their game, the gameplay is rinse, repeat. It's the same thing over and over and over. And then I don't get why adding a microtransaction to there to let you level up faster to give you XP in a single player
Because it's more
game.
fun, Pat.
It's more
Didn't
money.
you, didn't you just hear what I read? He said it was more fun.
More fun. But I get what it is now. You guys the light switch just went up. It's more fun for Ubisoft to spend that money. They didn't say it was more fun for you. It was more fun for them because the money you give them gets them to spend more money on the new car they want or the new office swimming pool or
the
whatever.
New NFTs or blockchain or whatever that they're wanting to throw in there. Yeah, I mean, it's like with Ubisoft for me, it's like I just want them to take chances, right? And with Prince of Persia, right? When they redid that one, that felt like Ubisoft taking a chance. It wasn't their typical, run of the mill type of game. There was no microtransactions for it or anything. It was just complete out of the box, right? And me personally, I thought it was one of the best games they had made in a really long time. And
that's why they shut down. It wasn't very fun because it didn't have microtransactions.
Yeah, that's probably right.
It wasn't fun for Ubisoft because they were the one and done. It wasn't a wham bam, thank you, ma'am, see you next week.
Right.
It was a one and done, and we'll never be back.
That's why I feel like worried about future games they make. Like even if they brought back Splinter Cell, I would be afraid that it would be like Assassin's Creed or something, like this open world, explosive thing. And they're making a new not Tom Clancy because the game is that, but they're making another they're making another Ghost Recon, but is it going to be like Breakpoint or Wetlands?
Can you imagine that you're playing Splinter Cell and you're sneaking up behind the guy and the game pauses and a little screen pops up. Insert credit card to choke man to death. $4 to just knock him out. $2.50.
Watch this ad to jack him off.
That's all right.
Not too far. And with that note,
I would not put it past him. Thank you, Nick, for giving him that idea.
I'm Sam Fisher.
Let me get that for you.
Just leave it to Ubisoft, though. If they ever made like the Witcher series or whatever, you got to pay extra to see Geralt's ass for all the ladies out there. Tell Geralt to get out of the bathtub.
Yeah.
Why's it got to be all the ladies?
I mean, because that's the
you ever had to reach
scene.
around from the ghost.
That's right.
Yennefer.
What's the code of the bomb?
Yennefer and
the Yasmir. What are you talking about? The other dude?
Shit. No, I was talking about the other girl. Right? There's Yennefer, which is the black-haired girl, and there's the redheaded one, right? Which is
the redheaded was the young one, didn't she? When she does
that's
Seat.
Cecil?
Yeah, no, it's like
Cecil or Cecil,
something weird like that.
He had two girls. Garrett did. I'm just saying. He was the cream in that cookie. All right.
Yeah.
All
right. Well, while these two decide, which Witcher character they're going to finish off,
Yennefer, Triss and Yennefer. Yeah.
And not Ciri. You mean Ciri?
Yeah, Ciri was the disciple, which is the new one, Witcher 4, which looks really good.
Yeah, the new protagonist in Witcher 4.
Yeah. Anyway, go ahead, Shane.
I'm just waiting to see which one you whack off to next.
Yeah, you said it was Geralt.
Yeah. In the tub.
With an anvil.
All right. Acme anvil.
Thunk. All right. We lost track of pretty much everything here. But moral of the story is more microtransactions make everything better. So
more microtransactions, more fun.
That's right. So if you agree with Ubisoft that microtransactions are more fun, let us know in the comments below. Let us know if you're willing to pay $5, $10, $20 to complete that $80 game in 25 hours instead of 75 hours. Let us know in the comments below. Or if you agree with us and think Ubisoft is completely out of touch and just straight up full of shit, let us know in the comments below. But don't forget to hit like, share, subscribe, notifications, all those good buttons, and we'll see you next time. See ya.